What's happening, MJ traders and investors? It's Rod with Pow Group. Welcome back on The Pursuit of Wealth, your home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, news, and interviews. Also home to the best MJ community. Another rough day, but there's light at the end of the tunnel. Trust me. Today is Thursday. It's November 21st. Hope you're doing awesome. In this video, we're going to be discussing breaking news with regards to Matt Gaetz. He withdraws from the Attorney General position, and this had to do with some allegations with regards to sexual misconduct. This was foreshadowed I think it was 2 days ago, actually. So we'll discuss all of that and more in this video. We also have Gary Gensler stepping down from the SEC. So we'll discuss all of that and more in this video here today. Before we do, make sure to smash like. It helps support me in the channel. If you're new, you can subscribe, tick the bell, all that good stuff. You'll be notified on any future content. You can also follow us over on X, formerly Twitter. Handle for that is @GroupPow. Going to be using that as my platform of choice going forward. Here was the news that broke. NBC News: Matt Gaetz withdraws his bid for Attorney General amid sexual misconduct allegations. So the House Ethics Committee, which was investigating Gaetz, was told that a 17-year-old girl had 2 sexual encounters with Gaetz at a 2017 party, according to a source familiar with the matter. Not surprising to see him step down. And like I said, this was foreshadowed 2 days ago. You can see here on November 19th, 2024, Donald Trump has backup plans if his controversial cabinet picks are not confirmed. Here's what the president-elect's eldest son says. So this was Donald Trump Jr. recently discussing Donald Trump, his father, saying that they have backup plans. So this was essentially foreshadowed that if these controversial, and who would be more controversial than Matt Gaetz, especially after, facing these sexual misconduct allegations. So in my opinion, that was a foreshadowing event, but we shouldn't be too upset because, like I said, they have a backup plan. So we'll see who comes in as AG, but I would assume they're probably going to be pro crypto. They're probably going to be pro MJ as well. And Gary Gensler stepped down from the SEC today. There's rumblings that Teresa, who was a crypto lawyer, could become the new SEC chair. We'll see what happens. I think she's the front runner at the moment, and she's very pro crypto. And I'm not sure what her stance is on MJ, but don't need to investigate too much until we find out. Right? Once we find out the news, then we can do a little bit more sleuthing. But as of right now, the SEC, Gary Gensler, the chair, will step down January 20th and make way for Trump replacement. So the guy's a clown, and he's an absolute coward, so he's not going to stick around. And anybody that has been following crypto, he's been doing the opposite of what the SEC has been tasked with and their mission, which is to protect investors. They're doing the opposite. They're harming investors. And today, crypto was very strong. Bitcoin came close within $1,000 of $100,000 US, and XRP, which we follow very closely on this channel, my biggest crypto. I have more dollars in XRP than I do my entire MJ portfolio, just for context. But it shot up about $1.24, so it is seeing massive gains. I also just finished this documentary. It's called Rig from the Start, XRP Unleashed, and exposing the SEC's war on the crypto industry. I just watched it. It's an hour and 40 minutes long. It's $14.99 to buy it. I just watched it. It was absolutely fantastic. I'm still buzzing. Scam Ethereum. Ethereum is an absolute scam. And the reason why I mention this is because MJ has been weak when crypto has been bullish, and kind of an inverse correlation. But the fact that we have a new SEC chair, the fact that we have backup plans, we'll see who the new Attorney General is. But it's looking like crypto is going to top out soon. And as I've been saying for months, after crypto tops, we're going to see MJ go on its bull run and its multi-year bull market, in my opinion. But if you are interested in crypto and XRP, you got to watch this documentary. I just finished it, and oh my God, am I ever buzzing. It was absolutely fantastic, 10 out of 10. And you'll be surprised with some of the inner workings and the fraud and scam of which that is Ethereum. So if we take a look at MSOX here, I had some requests about MSOX. A lot of people were asking me to do some analysis on this. Again, as a reminder, we have a 1-for-20 reverse split coming up on the 26th of November. I mentioned that we would probably see some more bleeding into that, and we should recover, shortly around or shortly thereafter. Around the same date or shortly after, and we should start to see a pretty decent bounce after that. We're also gearing up for a daily EMA 12 and 26 bull cross, but it's quite a ways away before we see those cross, so it's likely going to be at least a few weeks, 2 at least, I would say, before we see that cross. And we also had a daily bear flag target of 51 cents. So the fact that we have this looming over our heads, which is typically viewed as bearish, and we typically, when there's a reverse split, you usually recover after. If you take a look at like a name like INSG, this is another, well, it's not really a crypto play, it's 5G, but you're going to need, these faster speeds in order to facilitate these payments globally, right? And let's look at INSG. It had a reverse split, and then it did a 1 for 10, and then right after it did a reverse split, it went up 12x. So 1,200%. So just because something reverse splits doesn't mean it's the end of the world, right? So something similar could happen where we bottom out and we see a reversal from there. But yeah, MSOX, we could potentially still see another leg down. Like I said, we have a bear flag target there of 51 cents. So we did hit a low there of 55 cents. So it's entirely possible that we see, especially with the weakness today, look at the market here, obviously not liking this Gaetz news, CXXI, MSOX, and AYR leading the decline today, down almost all double digits. So as of right now, from the low of the day today, we could still see another 20% of downside before we reach that target of 51 cents. So this is why we use technical analysis. This is why, we wait for confirmations. This is why we identify bull markets versus bear markets and bull cycles, boom and bust cycles, and then we look at uptrends versus downtrends. MJ's on a downtrend on every major time frame at the moment, right? So there's no, except for a few outliers, you get your like high tides of the world. Your I think SNDL's doing not too bad, but pretty much like 95% of MJ is downtrending right now. So, it is what it is. It's been a 4-year bear market while crypto's been in a 4-year bull market. Big tech, AI, but the good news is big tech, AI, crypto very close to topping out. And I think it's going to be a 2018 story where, crypto topped out, went into a bear market for a couple of years, and then MJ went on the biggest bull run in history. And that was with federal legalization in Canada. What do we have in the US? The potential for federal legalization, the biggest economy in the world. This could literally be a once in a lifetime generational wealth opportunity, right? And that's what we do here on the Pursuit of Wealth is we identify these opportunities. And like I said, don't go sleeping on crypto. Don't go sleeping on XRP. I think XRP and crypto are going to make way more millionaires, and billionaires than MJ ever will, right? The market cap of crypto could get to about 100 trillion. And, MJ will be lucky to be at a few trillion, right? So 100 trillion or a couple hundred trillion versus, a few trillion, right? So it's not even an apples to oranges comparison. It's something else entirely, right? When you're talking about crypto, you're talking about all the money in the world, right? Like this is a big deal, right? So this is why, I focus on MJ as my passion because I love it. I'm married to it forever, and I always have been, always will be. But at the end of the day, I'm very much, interested in crypto, and I understand that the use case and I understand that the addressable market is way, way bigger, and you're going to have a lot more opportunity with crypto. But again, I focus crypto secondarily. This channel focuses, as it mentions here, we are a investing and trading community specializing in MJ stocks and secondly, crypto. So that is, the idea of this channel. It's to identify upcoming trends and emerging markets even when the rest of the world doesn't see it. And one saying that I really love in the financial markets is what becomes popular to the masses is generally wrong. So once something becomes popular to everyone, or the masses, the narrative, the herd, the dumb money, the average Joe and Jane like myself and probably everyone listening, because this is the channel created by a retail investor for retail investors, you're probably facing the same thing, right? We've been dealt a shitty hand, right? Like we're not, they want us to always do the opposite, right? They get us bullish when we should be bearish, and they get us bearish when we should be bullish, right? So it's just the name of the game. It's rigged, just like it says here, rigged from the start. The SEC, guess who governs securities and stocks? The SEC. They rigged it from the start, and it's being exposed through crypto. And you got to watch this. And it's not a coincidence that Gary Gensler stepped down on the same day that this was released. This is so damning. I hope he goes to jail for the rest of his life. I hope everyone else, I hope Jay Clayton, I hope Bill Himman, Vitalik Buterin, Joe Lubin, I think I already said that, but maybe not. I don't know. There's a bunch of people in this involvement that I couldn't even name them all, but they should all go to jail for treason. This is literally just despicable. Like, I can't believe I've never been more proud to be Canadian, to be honest, especially since we've been legalized here at the federal level for over 6 years now, going on 7 years young. And I've never been more proud to be Canadian. And, not that I trust many governments around the world, but yeah, our time is soon coming, folks. Don't worry. Crypto should top out in the next few months. And then similar to the 2018 playbook with Canada, I think the U.S. is going to legalize. They're more than likely going to deschedule. Like Chris Christie said, Trump's going to attempt to deschedule. And we're seeing all of the stars align. And again, they say they have a backup plan for these controversial picks. MSOS, we already had the bear cross on the stochastic and the MACD. So, we're looking for a reversal here soon. As of the daily time frame, no major resistance is near, there's a lack of resistance right now. So all the way up to 651. So very bearish at the moment, but we just have to be patient a little longer. The crypto market, in my opinion, got extended a little bit longer than a lot of people, initially thought. It's basically going to be a 5-year bull market. So I think, like I said, the wait is almost over. Once crypto, big tech, AI enters a bear market, MJ will go on to become one, if not the best performing sector. And I want to give a shout out to psychedelics and the biotech sector as well. I do think that they would stand to benefit huge from that as well. All right, going in there, let me know your thoughts and opinions on this in the comment section below. We'll continue the conversation there. It's Rod with Power Group. Thanks again for joining us in the pursuit of wealth. Have a great evening, and we'll catch you on the next one.